It's time for the Sunday Roundtable, and joining us this morning are Democratic political analyst Marianne Marsh and Republican political analyst Andrew Goodrich. So you just heard Eric Lesser. Will his war chest be able to pull him past or push him past his opponents in September, Marianne?
Well, that's clearly Lesser's plan and his hope. Money isn't everything, though, and I think coming in third at the convention a few weeks ago had to have been a wake-up call for him and his campaign. He did a pretty good job this morning. He needs to make a much stronger case for why he should be lieutenant governor, and he needs to pick up the pace with his campaign and his candidacy. So that's the key for him. Money's going to help, but it's not everything.
What was your read, Andrew?
Yeah, if he's going to actually spend that money on organization, there's the early voting that's going to be in play, but also he was very calm and cool and collected, which is going to go a long way.
Second question, they bought it in California, but the Massachusetts Supreme Court said not here. The gig worker ballot question had promised to be the most unpredictable and the most expensive in this November's election. But now the High Court says it's unconstitutional. Should we be relieved or should we be angry about this, Andrew?
Angry. California didn't just buy it, it was almost by 20 points. That's liberal California. If you're worried about excessive costs, get ready for what Instacart and Uber, all those different costs are going to go up because they're not going to be independent contractors. So we should be livid at the fact that we're not going to be saving money in the long term.
What's your read?
Well, Channel 5 and other TV stations are going to be angry because they lost all those ads.
They sure did.
Yeah, a lot of them. Full disclosure, my colleagues at my firm worked on this question and continue to work on it. I do not. That said, I do believe that voters or the legislature really need to decide this, not just the courts. I feel like that was, an error that got called by an ump. I think people need to have the opportunity to weigh in. Remember, this started with the legislature, it then moved to a ballot. Now it's back with the legislature, and I hope they do something about it. Every time I take an Uber, no matter where I am, I ask, don't say anyone in my firm's wearing. I just want to know, do you support this? Every single driver wants this. So I hope the legislature actually acts on it so people have a say in this matter finally.
Otherwise, we might see it on the ballot the next time if the legislature doesn't do anything.
Again.
Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley voted against taxpayers paying the security costs for U.S. Supreme Court justices' families, with pro-choice demonstrators stationed outside conservative justices' homes and Republican activists facing her former colleague, Mayor Michelle Wu's front step. Are Pressley's arguments sound, Marianne?
Well, first and foremost, the House should have linked the Senate security for Supreme Court together when they voted on they haven't passed the gun reform piece yet. So they should have waited and put those two things together because they are related, number one. Number two, federal judges should be included in this too, not just the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court judges, others, they should know what their decisions, how they affect people. They should be subjected to them. She should understand the implications for them. And remember, when Rachel Rollins here on this show was asked about whether she needed security and she couldn't get any coverage, that tells you a lot because we are now a society that is governed by violence, governed by guns. Everyone's got security details, and that really is undermining our democracy.
What was your reaction to Pressley's?
Absolutely shameful. It was a shameful vote in the sense that even last week, the Herald talked about the $60,000 that Pressley was using for private security. It's unbelievable that she should be so hypocritical on this sort of an issue to protect other people. It's her duty to protect, and she's not doing it. She's running away.
No one was protecting her, and she had to spend her own money to protect herself
It's her own
after
campaign.
January 6th.
And she wouldn't extend that to other branches of government. It's absolutely hypocritical.
She's using her campaign funds to protect herself.
That was taxpayer dollars.
Taxpayer dollars?
Yes.
You sure? Still, everyone.
I think
Again, treat everybody
there's
the same.
a little bit of both there, to be honest with you. There was this very odd photo op of the Senate President and House Speaker signing a bill to give undocumented residents driver's licenses, which Governor Baker vetoed. Usually, it's the governor that's signing a bill where there's a photo op. Now, Republicans want a ballot question to repeal it with less than 5 months before the election. What do you think we can expect?
Not much. Unfortunately, because the Mass GOP has feckless leadership right now, and they can't get their act together. So I think this issue will fester and fester, and I think some of the local officials might like that, but it's nothing's going to happen.
Marianne?
I think Andrew's right, but I think they would like to have it on the ballot to drive out their voters. But given the logistics of they can't start till July 9th, you have to have all the signatures by September 7th. It's 40,120 signatures. They have no money, no organization. I don't know how they're going to get it on the ballot.
And Shannon Liss Reardon says she's willing to spend an unprecedented, are you ready for this? $12 million, much of it likely to be her own money, to win the Attorney General race. That's more than Governor Baker spent to win re-election 4 years ago. Do you think this strategy is going to win, Marianne?
No, Maura Healey was outspent 10-1 by her opponent, and her opponent had the support of the AFL-CIO. She won by 24%.
Andrew?
I think she's starting to become more like a Chris Gabrielli or a Christy Myhouse, some of those very wealthy candidates that keep running, but nothing ever gets done. So I don't think it's going to work. And I think the Oppo researchers are going to say, wait, how did she get that money? And there's a lot of things to dig in there.